Hello, good morning, and welcome to this Dawn Busters Taste Challenge. We have two rums. They're dark. If you want to, I don't really use dark. I have Bacardi. They're gold. You know what I mean? Bacardi Gold. No age statement from Puerto Rico. I forgot to put that in the description. I'll add that later. Familiar una empresa. What does that mean? A familiar logo or something like that. Familiar name, familiar brand. I don't speak Spanish. A well-known brand, I guess. It's probably the most well-known brand of rum in the world with the bat. Now, when did Bacardi Gold hit the market? I don't know. We know the company goes back 158 years. Okay. And I was in Cuba, but now it's in Puerto Rico since the communist revolution in Cuba, okay? The family left before all their assets were stolen. Now, Cruzan aged rum. We know this goes back to 1760. Now, I put the company was founded in 1760. Was it really the company? Not okay. So, like, even their website is saying there was a plantation in 1760 in St. Croix in the Danish Virgin Islands. Now, Denmark sold their Virgin Islands to the United States in 1917. Okay, what was it, $17 million? So, which back then was a whole lot of money. So, but we know the Nelthrop family kind of took control of the plantation in the early 1800s. I guess kind of took control. Apparently, was placed in control. And now they continue to produce the Cruzan rum. They don't own it. Did they ever own it? I don't know. It's owned by Beam Suntory today. And it's bottled in Plainfield, Illinois? How you say that? Or what are the, Deerfield. Yeah, Deerfield. There is a Plainfield, right? Isn't that where a lot of beer is made? But aged rum. So this is aged 2 to 4 years. And that's it. It was $9.99 for the bottle. No age statement for Bacardi. And it was about $13. $13. Now it's up to $15 around here. Kind of expensive. All right. I don't think there's going to be much of a challenge, to tell you the truth, because Cruzan has not been performing so well. C for Cruzan. Last night on Fandango Friday, James, I was thinking about William, but James P. Madonna was saying, he was like saying, why did they say 2 to 4 years? What? I said, well, they didn't want to give an official age statement because then you'd have to say 2-year-old because the youngest rum would be 2 years old. So I was trying to explain to them that they just give a range and then you could express it that way without making an official statement. You understand? It's 2 to 4 years. And I said, no, most rum. Oh, yeah. And he was saying, like, well, is rum aged a long time? I said, generally, no. We talking about a matter of weeks or months, not years. So it's kind of one of a younger product, especially those white rums, unless you get Bacardi is aged at least 1 year. Don Q, the silver, is aged at least 1 year because they're part of the Rums of Puerto Rico Trade Association, which they all pledge to age their rums at least 1 year. I'm from Plainfield, Illinois, says Reggie Fox. Well, see, there you go. Getting on the PISD here in Tassie, Australia. G'day, Ron, down south. Oh, hello there in Australia. I'm sorry y'all are under such strict protocols with this thing going on. Hate to see that. I was talking to Swillingrog, who lives down there in Queensland, and he said it's a real bad thing to deal with. Okay, so I'm going to pour. Look, last night, Cruzan, first of all, when I did the solo review, I wasn't so impressed with Cruzan. I found it kind of bland. You want to know the truth? And I never said it was bad or unpalatable or had weird off flavors like the Ron Rio. I just said it was dull. And then, but I said that's an initial impression. I could be wrong. It might get better. The scores might get better, but they haven't improved and they haven't gotten worse. But like, so last night I did a Ron Pontalba, which I was complaining about Ron Pontalba a year ago. Was it a year? Saying it was dull, bland, wasn't bad, just tastes like alcohol. You know what I'm saying? Like basic liquor, but nothing bad. I mean, I only paid $6.99 for a liter. Hey, if you're paying $6.99 a liter, no big deal, right? Now, when you're paying $9.99 for a 750, okay, it would be nice for it to have a little flavor. So I did the challenge last night. I could barely tell them apart. I did get it right because there was a little bit more sugariness to the Cruzan, but it wasn't much. And James P. Madonna even interjected and said, hey, if you can't tell them apart or you can barely tell them apart, there's only one answer. And I knew what he was going to say, and I agreed with it. He said it's got to be what? Price only. And then the cheaper one wins by default. I said, exactly. There's no other answer. Cheaper one wins. Now, in these, which one's lighter? The Cruzan C. So the Cruzan's slightly lighter gold, and the Bacardi's darker gold, but it's not a big deal. Yeah, I'm gonna do Cruzan against everybody else. In fact, I kind of forgot. I should have done Cruzan against the Bacardi 10-year and then the 8-year and then the regular Bacardi, but I'll just go up the ladder. You understand? Bacardi, gold, then the Reserva Diaz, the Reserva Ocho, the 8-year, and then Reserva Diaz, the 10-year age. But that's going to be a fiasco if anything ever was a fiasco, right? Can you imagine how that's going to turn out? You know it's going to get killed right now by Bacardi Gold. You know that. So what do you think is going to happen with the 8-year and the 10-year? That'll be a laugh riot. It won't even be a real contest. I mean, it will be a contest in the sense that I'm going to score it officially, but it won't be a real contest in any other sense because it'll be such a mismatch, and it ain't going to be like Buster Douglas and Mike Tyson in 1990. The underdog is going to get whipped, and the underdog is going to get whipped this morning. It's going to get whipped tomorrow morning with the 8-year, and it's going to get whipped Tuesday with the 10-year, and on down. I think the Castillo is going to beat it. I think the Skull is going to beat it up because that one's got that dry wood taste, really interesting. And the what's the last one? The Aristocrat is going to beat it up. From Heaven Hill, Grosscut Distilling. They bought Grosscut Distilling. Next Friday, if we do Nango Friday, I'll do another Sazerac versus the Cruzan. I'll just do Skull, SKOL, Skull. Cheers in Danish. Ain't gonna be no contest, but I'll still do it. I'll go through the protocol for what it's worth, which mean, and you know it isn't worth much. These tournaments are nice to do as a frivolous, you know what I mean, thing. I like to do them. You learn about the taste. I guess that's not frivolous, right? You learn about the taste, but they're not too important, but they're fun. You know, a lot of things that are not important, like playing pool, is not important, but it's fun. You know what I mean? It's fun, but it's not. I said this before on my channel. I'm not on a great quest. It's like, I'm not on this great quest. So if you ask me, what are you trying to achieve? I would say not much. It's recreation. That's what I mean about frivolous entertainment. Okay. But that's always been the case. Try to give fair beer reviews, be honest. But we've repeated this many times. Many times. It's not important. Well, that smells very yeasty and pungent. Now, I don't know why it would smell yeasty. Do they add yeast to rum to get it to ferment? These things I don't know. I don't know anything about rum production except from very basic, and I mean very basic things. So somebody that really knows rum would watch my channel and just laugh and say, this is terrible. He knows nothing. Make no claim to know anything. Maybe I'm getting a little grass. You say grass. Yeah, from like, like sugarcane stalk smell. Well, I live around sugarcane, so it has a kind of smell to it. You don't want to smell them when they're fermenting, when they're rotting, when they've got the used stalks, the bagasse. You don't want to smell that. I think that's the rum punch. I think that's the Cruzan. I mean, the Cruzan, it's like almost like I wanted to say a biscuit or some type of bread. Makes no sense, right? It's got no grain in it. I don't know. I can't explain it. It's unique. Will I ever be a big fan of it? Can't see that happening. My friend David really got wild when he saw it. Cruzan. He said, that's a bottom shelf. That's a, whatever he was saying. That's a budget brand. That's what kids in high school drink to get drunk and on and on. I said, well, I said, look, whether it is or not, I don't know anything about all that. I told him, I said, look, somebody at the baseball game, college baseball game, told me for years, get Cruzan, get Cruzan. So I saw it for $9.99 on sale at Albertsons. That's the sale. Could have got it cheaper with the handle bottle, but I'm glad I didn't. And I said, I bought it. Now, I didn't know what to expect. He said it was good. I'm not that impressed with it. Don't hate it. Don't love it. But he was saying, oh, I said, why you? And what did I tell him? I said, why are you even worried about it? You told me you don't even like rum. It's too sweet. Yeah, I don't like rum. I said, well. And then we moved on to something else. People watch our videos together and say, man, y'all don't get along. Y'all are sniping at each other and there's all kind of drama and trouble. I think people are misreading that. Like, it's all within a certain context. You know what I mean? The context of reviewing and talking about the products. And it's never like it might seem. Like, as soon as we shut off the camera, literally, we'll say, what do you want to do next? Like, yeah, it's, if it seems tense and like hostile, it isn't ever. It just isn't. It's only within the context of the beer. Outside of that, there's no controversy. Okay. Man, I'll tell you, this stuff tastes a lot like Skull. That dry wood, that really dry. Oh, it's so dry. It's not too sweet. It's dry, which is not a problem. I'm not against dry rum. Take no issue with that. Probably be good for mixed drinks and whatnot. These things ain't designed for drinking neat anyway. But I don't know, man. The Skull is $6.99 a liter, so take that into account. There's an edge, a scintilla, is that the word? Of sweetness. There isn't much. Oh, well, little smokiness. No, not smokiness. Char, because smoke is the smell and the air. That's the char on the wood. Yeah, that's all there. I'm sitting there talking about how complex it isn't, and then I'm listening to all these complex notes, right? This thing ain't complex. Now I'm going to name 36 tasting notes associated with it. Yeah, it's kind of funny. Oh, yeah. There we go. I think that's the Bacardi, you know. It's got a bolder flavor. More toothpick wood, though. You know, when you say charred wood, you think of the charcoal. But toothpick wood tastes like toothpicks. You say, duh, yeah, I know, I get that. But you know what I'm saying? Like if you're chewing on a toothpick, it has that wood taste, whatever. I don't know what kind of wood they use for toothpicks. Is it oak? I don't know. What do I know for toothpicks? James P. Madonna was talking about he wanted to do all super inclusive Saturday. He said, I might want to do that. But he would say, what can I bring? I said, bring milk, water, anything you want to bring. Oh, yeah. He said, I might do it. What time? I said 6 Central, 7 Eastern. I said, assuming I do it, I don't know. I might get caught up in stuff on Saturday, be going somewhere and never do it. But he was open to it. He said, once my nerves calm down and I don't have to take this medicine, I'll go back and drink. He's not a big drinker, of course, but, bringing those liquor brands he finds here and there. He said, but I guess maybe I could drink some liquor while I'm taking medicine. I said, don't do it. I told him, I said, and I didn't hesitate. I said, do not do it. It's not worth it. Drink milk, drink chocolate milk, review organic milk, for goodness sakes. Don't drink and take medicine. He said, well, it could just make you drowsy. Yeah, like Janis Joplin got drowsy once, stayed drowsy. So I say, no, don't do it. Don't do it. Last week was so nice with Nina Yordi. She got her 3rd video up. She got an interesting way of doing it. I think that's the name of her channel, Nina Yordi. But I get confused. I get confused rather easily. You say it's dementia. No, I used to be like that. I was always like that when I was little. So if you want to say it's a brain defect, okay. I wouldn't argue with that because it might be, but it's not dementia because if you've always been that way, kind of like what you say, scatterbrained, absent-minded, aloof to certain things, not by intention, sometimes by intention, depending on the situation. Not good at reading other people's viewpoints or something. I don't know. In England, they always want to make everybody autistic, I notice. When I look at English videos and read English people talking, they always want to make everybody, they say, if somebody's difficult to deal with or irritating, they'll say, oh, he's in the spectrum. So they must teach that a lot in England about autism. They're always trying to make everybody like Asperger's syndrome. Maybe they all want to have it so that if they do wrong, they can say, it's not my fault. I got a problem. I don't know. It's just, I never hear people around here talking about that. But over there, it seems like a common discussion point. Maybe the whole country has it. I don't know. You say that's a trait. That whole country has problems interacting with the world. Nah, they don't have problems ruling it. Oh, this has got me more confused as I drank on it and think on it. Let me tell you right now. By golly. You think it's easy? Well, let me tell you something, partner. It ain't. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it ain't. I glanced down and I think I saw that this one in my left hand is darker though. That was a mistake. Yeah, it's starting to breathe and I think it's Bacardi. Oh. I'm like the little train that could. I think it is. I think it is. I think it is. I think it is. You know what? I know it is. Am I embarrassed about initially thinking the opposite? I'm not embarrassed because I think these things sometimes, if you don't let them breathe, they'll really trick you up. All right, so which one would I buy if I was looking to buy rum? I don't really even buy rum. Now, people laugh at this. They say, you're crazy. You really are crazy because you buy liquor all day long. You do incessant taste challenges and videos, but you don't buy liquor to drink. It's the truth. I only buy it to do taste challenges. Other than that, I have no real interest in drinking liquor. If you want to be, to tell you the truth, Now, your argument would be, yeah, but you do an average of 30 or 31 a month. You do 31 videos a month. So that means you're drinking it every day, but you wouldn't buy it to drink. Right. You say you're a sophist. You practice sophistry. No, I do a little bit. No, but I just do taste challenges. Well, I mean, I'm drinking them, right? After I'm tasting them. That's what I mean. Now, but if I was buying it just to drink like a normal person does, what I'm trying to say, I guess I'd still buy the Bacardi, even though it costs more. That's what I'm trying to say. I have trouble speaking to people. I have trouble speaking in general. Well, okay. Well, what did I say all along? Some of these will bring out characteristics in the other one that another rum won't bring out. You know what I mean? Like sometimes characteristics will be brought out, and then sometimes they won't be brought out. So, did the Bacardi bring out a little better character in the Cruzan than I had experienced before? Yeah, a little bit, but not a whole lot. A little bit. Does it make me praise Cruzan more than previously? No, I wouldn't say that. Still a B, and not even a high B, just like an 82. Well, not that low. 83, just a B. It's good, but then a lot of things are good. All right. I bought, what you call that brand, Castillo Gold for $7.99 a liter. And it was better than this. It was very good. Or was it even an A-, an excellent product? Yeah, so sorry, Cruzan. Your regular your run-of-the-mill stuff is just very mediocre so far. Now, I haven't tried the silver, so gotta be careful what I say. Now, if I'm trying their black strap and all their really intricate ones, would it be a lot better? You would assume so. I don't know. I'm sure there are partisans who love Cruzan, and there's other people, like my friend David, who are very hostile towards it. I'm not hostile towards it. I'm rather indifferent about it. Okay, well, so this is the Bacardi. It's a winner, and I would pay more. That whole big, long, drawn-out thing is getting back to the original point of it's better. I hope I explained it. So I'm going to look at the label, and it's not going to say C. If it says letter C, I screwed up. No, it doesn't. It's the other rum. Well, Cruzan, you've been losing and losing. About the only thing Cruzan has done so far is lose. And that is not my problem. It is what it is. What can we say? It is what it is. So get ready if you want to save time. I mean, that might be fun to watch. You might enjoy watching just for the heck of it, right? But get ready because tomorrow with the 8-year is going to be terribly bad. The 8-year is a jewel. It's going to kill it. Tuesday with Grand Reserve of Diaz. Oh, I dread seeing that. And I'm going to be part of it. I dread to see what I'm going to be part of. And then the Castillo on Thursday. I don't think Cruzan's got a chance. But at least it tells me one thing. You can tell these apart. You can learn to taste things. You can learn to get a taste for things. And I think I'm developing a taste for Cruzan. I don't mean a taste in the sense that I like it. You know what I'm saying? I'm developing a familiarity with the taste that I'm kind of understanding. When I taste it, I'm sort of recognizing it. Oh, well, I know these videos go about 30 minutes and that's too long, but I think long is better than short because if you rush through these taste challenges, ooh, you're going to miss some things. You're going to miss some things. And you're going to be a much better chance of making mistakes. That's the way I see it. Okay, so thanks for watching this video production. And maybe we will be back for the Super Inclusive Saturday, and maybe we won't be. I just don't know. But it's a probability. It's more probable than improbable. Okay, thank you.